Hi students, welcome to the next video. In today we are going to start vector algebra objective problems. So before doing problems, first I will explain the synopsis, what are the formulas, definitions which are useful for objective questions. So first of all, in vector algebra, I am not explaining the PU definitions, what is vector, what is scalar, I am not explaining. Just which are useful for objective, that synopsis only I am giving. The first concept in vector algebra is addition of vector. Addition of vectors. What is meant by addition of vectors? For example, one vector is moving in this direction. This is OA. Along this OA, one vector is moving, that is small a bar. Here one more vector is moving along this direction. That vector is B bar. Then the resultant vector OB can be written as A bar plus B bar. A bar plus B bar. This is triangle of addition of vectors. Triangle of addition of vectors. Next, we will discuss what is the difference of vectors. Second concept. What is the difference of vectors? What is the difference of vectors? We will discuss. For example, one vector is moving this direction. This vector is A bar. One vector is moving this direction, that is B bar. Now one more vector along the same line but is coming downwards, that is minus B bar. This is upwards, that's why B bar. This is downwards, change the direction, that's why minus B bar. This is the resultant vector. This resultant vector can be written as A bar minus B bar. This is addition and difference of vectors. Next, we will discuss the third point, that is unit vector. What is meant by unit vector? Okay, unit vector definition is a vector whose magnitude is unit length. A vector whose magnitude is of unit length along any vector A bar is called unit vector. It is denoted as A cap. This A cap can be written as A bar by mod A bar. Mod A bar is nothing but magnitude. Next we will discuss how to find the magnitude of a vector. Fourth definition. Magnitude of a vector. For example, the vector is given like this: a bar is equal to a1 I cap plus b1 j cap plus c1 k cap. Then magnitude of the vector is denoted by mod a bar equals to under root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Okay, under root of I component square plus j component square plus k component square. This is magnitude of a vector. Next. Fifth concept. If two vectors a bar and b bar are parallel, two vectors are parallel. If two vectors are parallel, if the condition is one vector is equal to some constant into other vector, where m is non-zero scalar, where m is non-zero scalar. And the sixth point, section formula. Okay, see, this is one vector, this is one vector. This vector is a bar, this vector is b bar. O, A, B. On this line, one more point is there, that is P. This P divides AB in the ratio m is to n. Then the position vector of the point P, that is OP bar equals to MB bar plus NA bar by M plus N. This is the section formula for internal division. This is the section formula for internal division. For example, if the point lies outside, not inside, then what we will get? Similarly, we will take same diagram. This is A, this is B and O. Along this A bar is a vector, along this B bar is a vector. This is called the position vector and this is AB. Now the point is not inside of AB, outside of AB. But it divides in the ratio m is to n. Then how to find the position vector of point Q? Here the Q is not inside of AB, this is outside of AB. This is called external division. Again this Q divides AB in the ratio m is to n only. Okay, then OQ bar can be written as MB bar minus NA bar by M minus N. This is also section formula but for external division. Okay. Next, in this one more point is there, that is midpoint, seventh point. For example, this is A and this is B and this is O. The position vector of A is A bar, the position vector of B is B bar. On the line AB, one point P is there. This P is midpoint. Midpoint means it divides in the ratio 1:1. Then the position vector of P, that is OP bar, equals to, in place of M, 1, in place of N, 1. If you substitute, the answer is A bar plus B bar by 2. That is the position vector of the point P, that is nothing but midpoint. Okay, this is the seventh concept. Next concept. So these are the synopsis. Later we'll discuss the problems. Eighth point. Collinear vectors. What is meant by collinear vectors? Two or more vectors are collinear if these are parallel to the same line. Two or more vectors are collinear if these are parallel to the same line. Such vectors are called collinear. Okay, I'll give in this collinear 3 points A, B, C are collinear. Then AB bar is equal to some constant M into AC bar, where M is non-zero scalar. This is condition for collinearity. Next, we will discuss the ninth one, that is coplanar vectors. Coplanar vectors. What is meant by coplanar vectors? Simple. If two or more vectors are said to be coplanar if they are parallel to the same plane. In collinear we are using the word we are parallel to the same line, but in coplanar they are parallel to the same plane. Okay, here we can prove the coplanar condition for 3 vectors and as well as 4 vectors. First one, if 3 vectors are given, if you want to prove coplanar, find the det of the component I, j, k, I, j, k, I, j, k, like that. This det value becomes 0. Directly we can find the det. If det is 0, that vectors are coplanar vectors. For example, the same coplanar condition is given for 4 points A, B, C, D. Here don't find it directly. First you find AB bar, AC bar, AD bar. Later we need to find the det of these 3 vectors. That answer will be 0. Then these are called coplanar. The coplanarity is for 3 vectors as well as for 4 points. If 3 given, directly find the det. If it is equal to 0, then the vectors are coplanar. If 4 points are given, don't find it directly. First you need to find AB. How to find AB? OB minus OA. How to find AC? OC minus OA. How to find AD? OD minus OA. If the det of these 3 vectors is 0, then they are coplanar. Okay. Next concept. 10th concept. see in 10th concept, if a triangle is given, this is triangle. This triangle is A, B, C. This is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C. Okay. BC length is small a, AC length is small b, AB length is small c. This is a centroid. G is the centroid of the triangle. Along A the vector is alpha bar, along B the vector is beta bar, along C the vector is gamma bar. Okay, then the position vector of G is what? Centroid triangle. G is what? Centroid of the triangle. Then the formula alpha bar plus beta bar plus gamma bar by 3. This is the position vector of centroid of the triangle ABC. Okay. For example, same concept, they given in center. For example, in this I am taking in center. I is the in center. Okay, then position vector of the in center I, that equals to A alpha bar plus B beta bar plus C gamma bar by A plus B plus C. This is the position vector of in center. All I am expecting the same triangle. For example, next I am taking circumcenter. S is the circumcenter of the triangle. Then position vector of circumcenter S is equal to, the formula is alpha bar sine 2A plus beta bar sine 2B plus gamma bar sine 2C by sigma sine 2A. Okay. Now last but not least, the last one is orthocenter. This is orthocenter O. Now the formula. Position vector of the orthocenter O is equal to, the formula is alpha bar tan A plus beta bar tan B plus gamma bar tan C by sigma tan A. This is the formula for position vector of orthocenter. Okay. Now finally we discuss the position vector of the centroid and the position vector of the in center and the position vector of the circumcenter and the position vector of orthocenter O. So these are the shortcut formulas. Next we'll discuss what is meant by scalar product. It is also called as dot product. Next we will discuss vector product. Okay. The first one, scalar product. Or dot product of two vectors. Okay, scalar product or dot product of two vectors. If A bar and B bar are the two vectors, then the dot product of A bar and B bar can be written as magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar into the cos angle between these two, where This theta lies between 0 to pi. That is a first point. Next, second point. If a bar is equal to a1i plus b1j plus c1k, this is the first vector. B bar equals to a2i plus b2j plus c2k. Then the dot product of these two vectors equals to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2. This is the dot product of two vectors when the vectors are given. Next, third point, projection. Projection of one vector a bar on other vector b bar equals to formula a bar dot b bar by mod b bar. The same formula is applicable if the projection of b bar on a bar means b bar dot a bar by mod a bar. That is a formula. Next, fourth point. If two vectors a bar b bar are perpendicular, then the dot product between these two vectors is equal to 0. The dot product always gives scalar. That's why it is also called as scalar product. Next, fifth point. How to find angle between two vectors? The formula cos theta is equal to a bar dot b bar by mod a bar into mod b bar. This is the formula for angle between two vectors. Next, if I bar, j bar, I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vector, then I dot I is equal to j dot j is equal to k dot k is equal to 1. For example, the question is given like this: I dot j, j dot k, k dot I, this value becomes 0. Okay. Next, seventh concept. If the vectors are given, vectors equals to a1i, b1j plus c1k. Second vector a2i plus b2j plus c2k. Then how to find the angle between two vectors? Cos theta equals to modulus of a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by under root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into under root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. This is the formula for angle between two vectors if the vectors are given. So these are the formulas required when dot product or scalar product. Next we will discuss the synopsis in cross product. But in KSET this year, the problems will not ask in scalar triple product, vector triple product, that are deleted. Okay, that's why I am not explaining this. Okay, now next concept is vector product. Or cross product of two vectors. In this also we will discuss some concept. The first one, the cross product of two vectors a bar and b bar equals to, we can write mod a bar mod b bar sin theta into n cap is a unit vector. Okay, the second, a bar cross b bar equals to minus of b bar cross a bar. Why it is called vector product? Because dot product gives the resultant answer is scalar, cross product gives the resultant answer is vector. For example, how to find the cross product? Simple. If the vector is given a1i, b1j, c1k. Next, second vector is given a2i plus b2j plus c2k. Two vectors are given. How to find cross product? The cross product of these two vectors equals to simple How we are finding the det in matrices and determinants chapter? Same. So what is I value? A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. If you find the determinant of this one, we'll get the answer. That is nothing but B1 C2 minus B2 C1 into I minus A1 C2 minus A2 C1 into J plus A1 B2 minus A2 B1 into K. How we are finding det in matrices and determinant chapter? Same concept we can apply. Next, this satisfy the one property distributive. That is nothing but A bar cross B bar plus C bar. That equals to A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. For example, if both vectors are same, then the answer will be null vector. Don't write 0. If you write 0, that can be taken as a scalar. 0 bar, that can be taken as null vector. This is the fifth point. Second, a vector which is perpendicular to both A bar and B bar, that equals to A bar cross B bar. This A bar cross B bar which is perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. Next, seventh, unit vector perpendicular to both A bar and B bar, that equals to A bar cross B bar by mod A bar cross B bar. That is a formula for a unit vector, that is nothing but n cap, which is perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. Next, eighth, area of triangle. How to find area of triangle? So for this area of triangle we have two formulas. The first one is, if three vertices are given, A, B, C. If three vertices are given, then the formula is half into the magnitude of AB and AC. The second concept is two adjacent sides given. Two adjacent sides, that is nothing but A bar and B bar. Then the formula is half into the magnitude of A bar cross B bar. This is the formula for area of triangle when three vertices are given. This is also area of triangle when two adjacent sides are given. Next, the next synopsis is area of parallelogram. Area of parallelogram. In area of parallelogram, parallelogram means should be like this: A, B, C, D. Okay. Now, area equals to, we can write the formula magnitude of AB bar cross AD. This is one formula. If you know the adjacent sides, for example, if this is A bar, this is B bar, then area can be written as the magnitude of A bar cross B bar. We have one more formula if you know the length of diagonals. For example, A, B, C, D, this is one diagonal, this is other diagonal. Okay. Now, if you know the length of the diagonal, then area equals to half into AC is one diagonal, BD is one diagonal. This is the formula for area of parallelogram if you know the diagonals. Okay. This is also formula for area of parallelogram. Okay. Next, for example, if this diagonal is A bar, this diagonal is B bar, then we can write half into A bar cross B bar. Here A bar and B bar the diagonals. If you know the diagonals, then also you can find the formula for area of parallelogram. So these are the synopsis required for vector algebra K-set level. Okay, now next video we'll discuss the objective questions in vectors concept.